Hello guys, welcome back for another video, and in this one I will be showing you how to create a batch of certificates using Inkscape. It's very useful when you want to create like a certificate of achievement, certificate of attendee in conferences, or certificate for courses that certify that the student made the class. And we will be using Inkscape. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to create those. So just did like a mini batch with 3 of them. But yeah, you'll be able to do something like this. And yeah, so that was generated with the pipeline. And the pipeline involve the use of a template. So the structure of this certificate and a CSV to link the variable that will be placed inside it. So typically we want to replace the name of the course, the grade, the date of completion, the instructor, and we can also add some images that can change depending on like the some condition that we want to implement, and we can also change the color of the grade. Basically, it can follow like a simple spectrum from like A to F, and for example, going from green to red. So I will be showing you how to do this. And this involves, as I mentioned, Inkscape and an extension that is called Next Generation that we will install now. So let's now install the extension. So to install the extension that we need to go to Next Generator, which is the extension that is used to do this. So it is basically from an Inkscape file with a variable inside it, can link this to a CSV and replace those variable in a batch format. So the UI will be this once we install the extension, so we'll be able to use it with this UI and give like some example, and it's very also friendly to use and useful. For example, if you wanna one of the example that the developer provided is like making badges for conferences, also just quite handy. She explained a lot of things like about like how to use it, how to add images, or like to change text, and so on, so forth. And I will be showing you this inside the video. So let's download this. We can clone the thing, or we can just like download this as a zip, which we will do. And now let's just like extract the zip, and I will be showing you how to now install this. So let's extract. Let's just extract here. Yeah, cool. So what we need is basically those 2 files. So let's copy those, and now what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll open Inkscape now. And I will be showing you how to install this properly. And it involves basically adding those 2 files inside your extension path. Okay, so this is the actual template that we'll be using. Yeah, it's not like very fancy, but you get the idea. You can like improve like yourself, having like some kind of decoration and better like writing, and can also add like some images to make sure that the font is much nicer. But yeah, that's just for the purpose of the video. So to go to check where is your path, you go to Edit, Preferences, and you go to System, and you will see something like User Extensions. Click on it, and you'll see your folder with extensions. Okay, And the extension, once we download it, will be in export, and we'll see something like code next generator inside it. Okay, so to install it, as I mentioned, we just need to copy those two files inside it and place it inside a folder called next generator. So let's just copy first files, create a new folder called next xgen, and let's put this inside, and now we should be good to go. Let's see if the change was made or if we need to restart. Yeah, we need to restart. So let's close this and let's reopen Inkscape. Should be fine. And now if we go to the extension and to the export session, we should be able to see the new extension install. Yeah, next generator, and the dialog box looks like this. So we need to place a CSV. This I will explain later on, but it's basically a non-text value. So it's property that are inside the file that you can replace. So you, for example, this is color property of an element inside it. So this color will be replaced with all the color that are present inside the CSV. I will show you this in more detail later on, but yeah, you get the idea later. So let's delete this for now, and we can also have like a naming convention for the exported. And something nice is that we can add the different variables that were inside the CSV. Okay, so let's close the UI and let me show you the actual CSV that we will be working on. So the CSV look like this. So we have like student name, we have like course name, date completed, instruction name, grade, image, and color. For now, I will not show you like how to use image and text color. We'll just like basically try to add those variables inside the certificate first, and then I will be showing you like how to use the image and the actual change of color. Okay. So now let's go back to VS Code. Let's go back to Inkscape. But before we go back to Inkscape, there is like something that I should mention is that the your CSV should be structured like a normal CSV with like headers like this. So we have like normal headers, and for some reason you need to add like a line, empty line after your last row. Okay, that's what the developer mentioned. And for the structure is basically the same. You can add like all your string inside quotes. It's not like mandatory, but it's safer. And for the rest, it's like pretty similar that all you basically build a CSV. Okay, so now let's really come back to Inkscape. And to actually link the variables, what we need to do is we need to add text box surrounded by percentages and write the exact same name that was in the header, and add in front of this variable this text. So each variable should have in front of this inside. So var in front of each of those with an underscore. Okay, so this way this will link to the actual column that is called student name. Then we can do the same with course name, date completed, structural name, and grade. And that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, so let's do it. And before, let me make sure that it was, yeah, it's the correct way. And as I mentioned, we can also do this for the naming. That will be very convenient if we wanna, for example, save certificate for student. So we wanna each file be named as the student name. Okay. So now let's add all the variables that we need. Let's change the color. Yeah. Let's make it black. And also let's add yeah, let's add the course name here. Course. We can also add the yeah, the grade. So it's var underscore grade. We'll just make it, yeah, this a little bit smaller, and we will just duplicate this 2 times. Same for this, let's duplicate it, and let's just make sure that those things are aligned. So first let's align this, yeah, so this is aligned. Cool. Let's align this vertically. Cool. And also let's align this vertically, those also, to make this more professional. Yeah, that's it. We are the variable ready, and we can of course change the color. So for the grade, maybe let's add some color like this, just for fun. And let's generate all the certificate for now. So what we do, go back, export, next generator. And we need to point to correct CSV. In my case, it's named simple certificate, so just select. And for the naming, I will just use the name of the student. So it will be var followed by the actual name of the column, student name. That should give us the student name. And I want to save this inside the current folder, which is this one. Okay. So we're good with the actual naming, and for now we are just changing, we're just adding info inside the CSV. We are not adding images or not changing changing colors. Okay. So let's generate those in the PDF format and see what we get inside VS Code. As you can see, did generate the first one, second one with just the name, which is quite nice. And the naming is using the one that we just mentioned previously. Yeah, this one. So there is John Smith, Mike Garcia, Robert Thompson, Sophie Laurent, Fatima Al-Ashid, and yeah, so it should generate 10 certificates with the exact structure. Yeah, so that's, oh, so as I made a mistake. So as you can see, like when I copied, I didn't add like the correct name of the two different variable, which is like which are instructor and date completed. So as you can see, it copied all of those, but you get the idea. Okay, so now let's fix this. So let's fix this, and so it's date completed, and it's instructor name. Yeah. So now what I'm gonna be showing you is two things. First one is to add like changing images for each CSV that will be linked to the colon image, and to change this color text field to the text color column that we have inside our CSV. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do now is adding an image inside. So first we need to link an image, and to do so, what we're going to do is we are going to just like copy this little image, and there is like a specific procedure that you need to do before copying this image. You need to go to like edit, preferences, the dialog with open, and inside imported image, you need to make sure that this is checked. Either way, if you do not do this, the pipeline will not work. So we need to like store absolute file path for linked images. That's all the image are changed with the absolute path. Okay. So now we just add the image inside the CSV, the certificate. So let's just like add it here. Make sure that you add like link and not embed. And now let's just make sure that it's resized. And let's, for example, make it here. Yeah, that should be good. And as you saw inside the CSV, we have like different file name that represent different images. So I choose like to create different color of the same picture. Okay. So this is not the color changing, it's just images that are different. Okay. And the images are present here, like I showed like at the beginning. So we have like one blue, green, orange, red, and pink. Okay, that should do it. And now what you can do is I can show you how to change the image and have the different certificate with the image inside it. So we do the same. Export, extension, export, we go to next gen. And what we need to do now is add like non-text value that we want to replace. So what we want to do is we want to basically select the column image. So we need to write it inside a JSON with like the key being the column that we want to replace the image with, and the actual name of the image that we linked inside our or Inkscape template, because the actual name will be replaced by all the names that are present inside the CSV. Okay, and to get the name, what you need to do is you go here and go to property. It should be the same name that you have inside that you called the file, but just to be sure, this is the actual name that you want to get. Okay, so now put this in the bracket, and this will just tell like the extension that look for this name inside the SVG and change it with the name that is present inside the CSV, which is the different name here. We have like certificates, green, yellow, orange, red, so forth, so on. Okay. So now let's generate and see what we get. Yeah, so it started with this one. Maybe, yeah, this one also. Yeah, so as you can see, we have like multiple ones changed. So it did not finish yet. Oh, seems that we have some issue for some files. Okay. So for those 2, 3, so we have like an issue for those. So let's check. So it worked for most of them. And let's try to understand why it didn't work. So let's check the CSV and try to understand why it didn't. Okay, so it didn't work for Robert, Priya, and Maria. So Robert, Priya, and Maria. So let's check the CSV. What went wrong, Robert? And it seems that it was my mistake. There is no yellow inside the certificate. So that's why it wasn't working. And the only color that we have are the following. So let's go back. And we just have pink, red, orange, green, and blue. So we just need to change it. So we already have like green, red, orange, and the color that we do not have is blue. So let's change it. And let's retry. So what we can do is just delete those, like to see that they are created in live. So yeah, that's it. Can also can keep those. And now yeah, let's reiterate and actually go back to Inkscape. So let's go back, and what we need to do is the same. Export, next generator. This is completely the same. And now what we can do is we should be able to have all the images inserted inside the certificate in the right way. So let's see in VS Code the live generation. You should see like some PDF generated. So the first one, nice one with the green. Also we should have like nice one. Okay, cool. So it seems to be working fine now. And the last thing that I want to show you guys is basically how to change this color based on the column that we added, which is text color. Okay, so we will make sure that it will go for grade A to F, and it will go for the spectrum green to red, depending on the grade. Okay. So now it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. So yeah, we have the 10 stone, and yeah, we have blue one. Perfect. So now let's go back to Inkscape, and now what we do is we will change the attribute color of this using the text color column that we have inside the CSV. And to do so, what we need to do is first we need to link the actual column, and the column is called text color. So yeah, to make sure that it's called like this, go back to VS Code, and if we go to the CSV, as you can see, it's no name text color. The color should be written like in hexa with 6 digits and formatted like this. Okay. Same goes for the color that we need to select, because the extension will look at all the colors inside the file. So if we go back to Inkscape now, so yeah, let's go back. We will see that we need to select a color that is unique, because all the colors that do have this grade will be changed. So we need to take the 6 first to have the same encoding, and let's like change the color to make sure that it's like a different one. Yeah, make it like red. Maybe this is the same red, I'm not sure. So it's like it's stroke, so it's not big deal. But yeah, let's make sure that it's a unique color. Yeah, this one it's quite unique. There is no other like kind of color like this inside the document, and the color that is responsible for this is this code now. And what we need to do is just need to copy the 6 first element of the code and replace it here. And it will look for this color and will change with all the value that are inside the rows inside the CSV. Okay, so let's apply this and see what we get. So let's go back to VS Code now and see if it is generating correctly. So I think this one should be the first. So it was green, so it's nice. It did change because it was like kind of purple pink. Yeah, you have blue. Yeah, it was like kind of bluish, but it was the last one, so it didn't change yet. Yeah, so nice. It's green. C orange. C orange. A correct. F kind of red. B kind of like yellow orange. And D kind of like orange red. Okay, so we basically did it. As you can see, it replaced the color that was unique with the same code with the color that was present inside the CSV. Okay, so that's it for this certification tutorial created with Inkscape with the next generator. And in the next video, I'll be showing you how to basically send those certificates inside like a batch of email. So basically what we want is want a pipeline that can create like 100 of certificate and then be able to send those to either the attendee or the student. So those students can have their certificate after completion of either the conference or the courses. Okay, so that's it, and I will be letting you guys with 2 other videos that I made with Inkscape, which are basically video for either using LaTeX inside Inkscape and what are the different things that you should do inside Inkscape when you want to create a scientific poster, which are like 5 things that you should need to know before doing your poster inside Inkscape. I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.